who are unlovable people. There are people that don't believe in your God. They don't respect your God. They don't even believe in you. They don't respect you. They don't respect what you believe. No. They don't believe in your God. They don't believe in you. They don't believe in your church. Unlovable people, they are crazy. They have crazy attitude, bad behaviors. They are people whose lifestyles offend you. They are people who every time they relate with you, they test your spirituality by pushing you to the boundaries. Yes, they are the people that get you out of your comfort zone. They test your patience. They provoke you always and stretch your grace. These individuals are people that make you uncomfortable all the time. Every time you show up in the office, at home, in the neighborhood, anytime you get on the bus that's taking you to work, when you meet them in the marketplace, they are your neighbor. You don't even know how God paired you, how you don't even know how they ended up having the next shop to you. You don't like it, but they bought the shop, they didn't rent it. That's the saddest part of it. So they are not going anywhere. They'll be with you for a long time. Just terrible set of human beings. And sometimes, what do you do when it's not out there? What do you do when the unlovable is your husband? What do you do when your wife is the unlovable one? Yes, I said I love you when you were reasonable, but over time, the same woman you said I love you to, the same man you said I love you to, has over time metamorphosed into something you cannot recognize. Now it's difficult to truly, is this who I loved? Is this who I married? What do you do when the unlovable is your husband, the unlovable is your wife? What do you do when the unlovable is now your son, your daughter? Question is, why are people unlovable? Why do people become unlovable? Number one, it's because of dysfunctional upbringing. When people are raised in such a way, in such a way that they did not experience love, they grew up in a home filled with chaos, criticism, and conflict. They have learned early to survive and not to receive love. All through their childhood days, Dr. Jim Lass, it's all about how am I going to survive? What are you talking to me about loving somebody? Love which husband? All my life, I've never had a man to love. My father never loved me. My mother never loved me. I never had love as an experience. You're telling me to love a man? I don't have a capacity. Such as I have, I what? If I don't have love, stop asking me for love. I didn't receive it when I was growing up. My father never hugged me. My father never spent time with me. And we are beginning to discover over time that women who never had good relationships with their father, healthy relationships with their father, always have dysfunctional relationships with their husband. Except there is a change in orientation. Young men, all of you who are not married in this church, look up and let me talk to you. Nobody's telling you, but I'm going to tell you right now, because it's what I call the cry of the silent. All right, many men are married, including pastors, bishops, and potentates who are married. If God is to open your eyes to the pain that many are going through, you will dare not take these steps of marriage wrongly. There are few things you never play with as a young man. Number one, never settle into marry a woman who had a dysfunctional relationship with her father. Please. Now, as I say that, you can choose to, if God says go ahead. Number two, you can choose to marry her if after not having a dysfunctional relationship with her father, she then came into a relationship with a man, a male figure that has now modeled the right relationship with the opposite sex before her. Otherwise, your life will be a painful experiment. Be careful, ladies, of getting married to a guy who never had a good relationship with his mother. My wife is here. I told my wife, I said, sweetheart, growing up, I said, my mother was very strict with me, very, very principled. My mom was very tough with me. Oh, my mother doesn't take nonsense from me. In fact, if you come and tell my mom that we saw Sam was jumping fence. The moment I get back home, my mom is here. The moment I get back home, the first thing my mom will say, I heard you jump fence. I say, mommy, me, before you say me, we. It's in your interest not to ask questions, just accept. So if I say, mommy, me, we, you get a slap. Okay? So what did that do to me when I was growing up? It made me, I was always avoiding my mom. True, anytime my mom is upset, I run away from my mom. I stay away until I sense that I don't get angry. I just stay away until her countenance has gone down. So I'm always studying. So I became hypersensitive at a very tender age. So when I was getting married, I was up front with my wife. January 3rd, 2002. I proposed January 2nd. January 3rd, I called her. I said, this is me. There are only 3 things I need from you in marriage. 3. And I was clear. I said, I'm not a confused man. So I'm not bringing you into my life to be figuring out what to do with me. 3 things I need from you. I said those 3 things form 10% of what our marriage is going to be dependent on. 90% I will supply it. So I was clear. And one of them I told her, I said, please, there's one thing I don't like. I said, don't accuse me about anything you've not confirmed. Don't do it. Number 2, don't talk to me about a tough thing in a tough way. I said, please, if you want to talk to me, calm down. Don't womanize your conversation with me. Hey, I've had yeah, hey. Don't do that. Don't do that with me. Is it true? I can't believe it. Don't do that kind of thing with me. Don't. I'm not somebody you can't confront with the truth, but how you do it matters. So I told her very early. I hope I'm helping young people here. I told her straight. I said, if you want to talk to me, calm down. Internalize the facts. And then find the best way to converse. Sorry, is it true I heard this and this? I will own up. I said, otherwise, the day you talk to me about it wrongly, I called her. I said, this is how my mom normally talks to me. I don't like it. I say, if you do it that way, I say, I will respond to you the way I normally respond to my mom. It is my way of preserving my peace because my world is in my mind. My greatest asset is not house, land. There's nothing I can't give up, but I can't give up my peace because it is where my productivity comes from. Any attempt to penetrate my world will be resisted. Because my first area of defense is protecting my mind. The only thing God told me, said, guard your heart. So even you as a wife, if you're going to penetrate my mind, I will guard you out. Because I need my mind to be your husband. If you shatter it, you can't have me. You will have a monster. So I explained to her very early in our marriage. We'll have some situation. My wife will just, and then she'll just forget. So I will call her and say, I thought I told you. And what is it you are saying? I said, calm down. And then when she finished talking, sorry, what you have even said is not what it is. So what was all the noise about? What was it all about? And she had to start growing out of it. Hallelujah.